What's up everybody, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Tutorials Java Edition. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build this bee farm which produces honeycomb and honey bottles. This farm is bigger than one chunk but fits nicely within two. It is 8 blocks tall, about 24 blocks long, and 7 blocks wide. When this farm activates, you'll see that honey bottles or blank bottles will be spat out from dispensers from behind the beehive. Whether the beehives have honey or not is what determines when a full bottle or a blank bottle is dispensed. Either way, blank and full bottles will be collected by this minecart at the bottom, which then get collected into the first item sorter or item elevator here. It then gets put into the item sorter, separating the full honey bottles from the blank bottles. But the blank bottles then get collected from a hopper line underneath the chest, which sends it back to a second item elevator, which sends it up to another dividing system up here. Those blank bottles get placed into this minecart with a chest, which then get evenly distributed back into the system and back into the dispensers that sit behind the beehives to continue the attempts of getting full honey bottles. And as mentioned, this can be easily switched over to collect honeycomb if necessary, which I'll show you at the end of the video. To build this, you're going to need about 8 beehives, 2 chests, a stack and 8 blocks of your choice, a flint and steel, 1 netherrack block, 2 item frames, 16 flowers of your choice. They don't have to be all the same, they can be different. 4 regular rails, 43 powered rails, 3 redstone blocks, 8 dispensers, 13 droppers, 11 observers, 33 pieces of redstone dust, 9 redstone torches, 7 redstone comparators, 19 redstone repeaters, 1 hopper with a minecart, 1 chest in a minecart, 37 hoppers, 16 grass blocks, 1 sticky piston, 8 campfires, 8 stairs of your choice, 27 slabs of your choice, 15 scaffolding, 1 door, 1 stack of glass with 56 blocks of glass, 41 glass bottles, 9 honey bottles. Then you're going to need 2 random items. It could be anything. I'm going to be using 2 pieces of honeycomb, but you can use 2 pieces of redstone dust, 2 tools, whatever. It can be anything like that. Then you're going to need 8 blocks that you're going to be using to rename them. This is going to be creating your filter block. Now I have a bee egg here, so you're going to need bees for this farm. You're also going to need a number of glass bottles to introduce into the farm. You're also going to need a number of flowers. It can be any flowers that you're going to be using to breed the bees so that you have enough bees in your farm. And you're also going to be needing some shears in case you want to set up the shear version of this farm, which we'll get into at the end of the video. And before we get started, please note that we are in a flat world here, so I can only dig down 3 blocks down, and then you can't do anything down there. So I'm going to be telling you to dig down 3 blocks, but in reality you're supposed to be digging down 4 because your ground is going to be at this level, which meets up with the glass right there. So you're going to be standing right here. You're going to be digging down 4 blocks down from a flat surface. Alright, so to get started in building this, you're going to dig out a 9 by 26 block area. For me, I'm going to dig down 3 blocks wide because we are in a flat world, but for you, you're going to want to dig down 4 blocks down. And this is going to be a little bit wider or larger than necessary, but we're going to be doing this so that you can have enough space and visibility of what you're building. So let's get started in digging out our 9 by 26 by 4. All right, with the hole now dug out, you're going to grab some blocks, grass blocks particularly, and you're going to bring it out to this corner here, place one down, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3 on this side, and then 1, 2, 3 on that side. Then you can bring it out from this block, 1, 2 towards the hole, and then 1, 2 right here. Then you're going to have 1 right there, and it's going to complete this square. But you don't need all of this, so you're going to leave this last block that you placed down right there, and you're going to remove all of the rest. This is going to be the starting position for your flower bed. This needs to be 2 blocks wide and 15 blocks long. So let's do 2 here, just like that, and you're going to bring it back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Then you got to just double that up, and you're done with that. Then what you're going to want to do is grab your campfires. You're going to have 8 of these, so you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should meet up with both ends of the flower bed area like that. Now this is creating a lot of smoke, so what you're going to want to do is grab your building blocks. You're going to place them in between the campfires just like this. There you go. And then you're going to grab your scaffolding and you're going to be able to just bring them over across the top of the campfires. So now what's going to happen is you're going to have the scaffolding over top of the campfires. It should kind of slow down the smoke just a bit, and now you have a platform to put down your beehives. So let's grab those and set those down. So now with your 8 beehives in hand, you're going to be placing them on the scaffolding that sit above the campfire. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're going to want those facing towards the front of the farm. Now's a good time to grab those stairs, the dispensers, and the observers. With the stairs, you're going to place those on the back side of the scaffolding just like that. You want them right side up. Place those underneath or behind each beehive. Then with your dispensers, you're going to place those looking into the back side of the beehives just like this on top of each stair. So there you go. You've got the dispensers facing into the back of the beehives. They should look like this. That hole has to be touching the back of that beehive to make sure that it does interact with that beehive. Then grab your observers. You're going to place those facing down on top of the beehive like this. Once you have those in place, you can go back to your building blocks and you're going to place those right next to or behind the observers, just like that. By doing this, you're allowing yourself to access the dispensers from the bottom side like that. That's why you place the stairs facing right side up. It gives you just a little bit of a pocket to be able to check in on those dispensers in case a honey bottle gets stuck in there. Not a big deal, but that option is always nice. Alright, now's not a bad time. If you like, you can glass this all up. So grab your glass blocks and you're going to place them in between of the beehives just like this. You can then bring it up one more in between the observers. On this side here, you're going to place a 2x3 of glass blocks just like that. On the front side of the beehive, you're going to be placing a row all the way across, and then you're going to double that up. Actually, you're going to do that 3 times, so it should be a nice long 3x15 glass wall. On this side, you're going to be placing a block right there. You can place a door right there so that it touches the glass blocks. It seals everything nice and tight. Grab more of those glass blocks, bring it over 3, remove that one, and then bring this side down. And you can bring this over 2, just like that, to make sure that the bees don't escape through the scaffolding there. You're going to be doing the same thing on the back side here, placing glass blocks in between the stairs. And make sure you get this side as well with glass blocks. Now you can grab your flowers. They can be any flowers. They don't have to be all the same type, but you can plant them down on top of the grass blocks here on both rows of grass blocks. Once you've done that, you can actually grab more of your glass blocks and then seal off the top of this farm with a 2x15 section of glass blocks. Now you can grab your slabs and you're going to place those between the dispensers here. So you're going to do this. Grab some redstone repeaters. You're going to put those facing towards this section of the farm, opposite end of the door, and you're going to put those on 4 ticks. So that makes sure that the redstone signal that's coming off of the observers is nice and strong and goes all the way down towards the end. With the redstone dust, you can then place those on top of the observers and the full block on every single one. Then grab your hoppers. You're going to place those going into the back side of each dispenser, just like this. And once you're done with that, then you're going to grab more of your hoppers and put those going into that first set hopper. So for each dispenser, you'll have one that's going into the dispenser and one hopper that's going into the first hopper. Then grab more of your slabs and you're going to place those between the hoppers up here, just like that. Come towards the end here, grab a full block, place one on top of that hopper there at the end, and then place another one to the side. Remove that first one that you put down. Then you're going to go grab some of your redstone powered rails. And you're going to bring those all the way down towards that first hopper here. Grab a redstone block. and you're going to put that in between the 4th and 5th hopper here so that it lights up these powered rails all the way down. Underneath of the grass blocks here, you're going to bring this down 1-2 blocks just like that, and you're going to bring it all the way down underneath the grass blocks. Double it up so you have 2 rows of 15 just like this. Then where you put that redstone block, you're going to remove those 2 blocks and put 2 redstone blocks right there. Grab your redstone powered rails, and you're going to put 1 row here all the way down. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side here. Remove that powered rail there. Go grab your regular rails. You're going to put a regular rail here at the end and another one right there so that it loops around. Now for the more complex side of this farm. Grab a block, put one right there, grab your droppers. You're then going to place a dropper facing upwards, and you're going to bring that up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one is going to be out towards the side. Remove that block that you put down right there, place a hopper going into that very bottom dropper. Then grab another powered rail, put it on top of that block there, and make sure that you grab another regular rail to put on top of this block here. There we go. So that it lines up straight like this. You want that minecart with a hopper to crash into this dropper here. So let's grab that minecart with a hopper, and that's going to sit right there until it's activated. Now the next thing you need to do is add a full block right here to make sure that that minecart stops and hits this block and doesn't fly right off. Then what you're going to do is grab more full blocks, place one right next to that bottom dropper there, skip one, put one there, and one at the very top right there. Grab your redstone torches, and you're going to place one on top of this block here and one on top of that second block right there. Next, grab some blocks. You're going to count out 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab another dropper, place that facing downwards here. Then you're going to remove these blocks. Grab another hopper. You're going to grab 4. You're going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. So items will move up the item elevator and go this way. Then you're going to grab a chest, and you're going to place a chest at the 3rd block level. So one right there, and we're going to go 2, 3. There you go. So you're going to have 2 chests right there. They should be at the ground level. Grab some more hoppers. You're going to go 1 hopper into that one and 1 hopper here. All right, this is going to be the start of your item sorter here for this farm. So you're going to grab 2 blocks and you're going to place them right there. Grab 2 more hoppers. You're going to place them going into those blocks there. Remove those 2 blocks. Then grab more blocks. You're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you got a little 2x3 going on right there. Then you're going to grab 2 blocks, put them underneath. You can go down 1 extra, bring it towards the back, remove that one there, then go and place one on the opposite side here. Bring it out 1 more on one side, then you're going to go up, remove that bottom one, and then you're going to place one right there to the side. So you're going to have 2 rows of an item sorter happening here. Grab your redstone dust. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 over the top just like that. Grab some redstone comparators. You're going to place them going out of the hoppers just like this and into the redstone so that they line up just like that. Grab 2 redstone torches. You're going to place them going right here underneath of where the comparators are. Then grab 2 redstone repeaters and you're going to place them going into those redstone torches just like this on 1 tick on both sides. Okay, now's a pretty good time to actually place down an item frame over top of this hopper here. You're going to place down a honey drink right here on the chest for the left and an empty bottle for the one on the right. Then you're going to click into the honey bottle one. You're going to place down some honey bottles, and you're going to place down a row of 4 filter blocks. This will stop at 10 or 9, and that just creates your filter for the honey bottles. You're going to do the same thing right here for this hopper. Place down your set of glass bottles. Then you're going to grab the remaining filter blocks and you're going to put those there. You can see that it stops at 41. And now nothing but glass bottles will go through here and nothing but honey bottles will go through here. Now what you can do is actually grab a full block. You're going to put that behind this dropper right there, grab some more slabs, and you're going to bring that straight across just like this. You're then going to grab another observer. You can place that going right here on the very last hopper there. You're going to grab some more redstone dust. You're going to place that on top of this block here with the torch underneath it, and then bring that towards the front of that observer with a piece of redstone dust right there. That means anytime items are going up this item elevator, it's going to send a signal to this observer, which is going to activate the dropper here, which will throw out any overflow items into the fire we're going to build next. Alright, to finish off the trash disposal or overflow area, you can actually grab your glass blocks now and bring this down 2, bring it 2 in the back, and then bring this 2 on the side. You can remove that top glass block from there. Then what you can do is grab your building blocks, bring it down 1 more, just like that, and then your nether rack is going to go down here at this level. You're going to then light on fire with a flint and steel, grab your building blocks, bring it around towards the front, and then you can close this off, just like that. Alright, this next part, you're going to grab another slab, you're going to place that right here, you're going to grab this powered rail, and you're going to put it right here, grab a regular rail and put it on top of that first hopper there. Then you're going to grab some more droppers, so let's grab a dropper. And you're going to come towards the back side of this farm right here on this side of the slab, and you're just going to build a dropper tower going up until it meets with that slab there. Grab another hopper and make sure that it's going into that rail just right there. Then you're going to grab another full block, bring that up right there. Then grab some more hoppers, and towards the side where the item sorter is, you're going to bring this out 1, 2, and then bring another line of hoppers all the way towards the front of the farm until you meet up with the underside of this chest here. And then you're going to bring this up 1, 2 hoppers, and you should meet up with the chest that collects the empty bottles. That way, any empty bottles that get collected in this farm will automatically be collected, get sent back to this item elevator, which will then refill the minecart distributing system up here to keep refilling itself. So now what you're going to do is grab your minecart with a chest, place it on top of that unpowered powered rail, as confusing as that sounds. Then you're going to grab a full block, place it next to this dropper there, skip 1 place, skip 1 place, skip 1 place. You should meet up right here at this level. Grab a redstone dust, set it to 1 drop like that instead of a cross. Grab some redstone torches, and you're going to place those on top of these blocks here. You might hear those droppers click. And finally, you should end up with a powered redstone dust at the very top. And now what we can do is we can actually set the timing or the actual mechanic to make this work. So you're going to grab a comparator, and coming off the back side of the last or most bottom dropper, you're going to put a comparator facing outwards with a full block and then a redstone torch on the opposite side. You're going to grab a hopper, place it down, and then place 1 going into that first hopper you placed down, remove that first one, and then place a 3rd one so that there's 2 hoppers going into each other. This is your hopper clock here, so you're going to then grab your miscellaneous item, like I said. So this could be anything you like, but I'm going to use honeycomb because, well, this is a honey farm. So you're going to place 1 item in one of those hoppers. It's going to stay stuck on the redstone torch side until it's released. Grab another redstone comparator, place that going out of the second hopper, and then you're going to place down 2 redstone repeaters on 1 tick going into the torch tower here, and that will activate the distribution of this item elevator. Then going back to the very first item elevator that we built here, you're going to get your other redstone comparator, place it on top of that hopper facing out from this bottom dropper there. You're going to grab a full block, place it on the front side of that redstone comparator, place a redstone torch on the opposite side, grab your hopper just like this, put another one on the side here, and then you're going to remove that first hopper and then place another one so that you have 2 hoppers going into each other. Then you can place your other honeycomb or whatever item you like into one of those hoppers. Then you're going to place a full block here and a full block there. You're going to place a comparator coming outside of that second hopper there with 2 redstone repeaters going into that torch tower right there at the very bottom. So now you have both item elevators set up. Now we need to actually set up the activation side of this. Okay, grab your observer. You're going to place it facing upwards next to that dispenser there. Then you're going to place a second one a block away from that first one. You're going to put redstone dust on both of those. So you see it lines up with these full blocks here. Then grab two full blocks. You're going to place one right here on top of that block. And then you're going to come around and place another one right there above that redstone torch. You're going to grab a repeater so that way it's not influenced by that redstone torch underneath. And you're going to place that on 4 ticks with a redstone dust right behind it and underneath of that observer. That way when this farm ticks off, it'll activate this minecart there to pick up the items and send it through this item sorter here. But we need to create a nice little timing circuit here. So grab some slabs and you're going to go 1, 2 right here. Grab a comparator coming out of that hopper there with a redstone repeater on 4 ticks. Grab your sticky piston and it's going to be at that slab level right there facing upwards with a full block on top. Then you're going to grab your slabs, bring it out 2 more, turn the corner here and bring it all the way back towards this block right here. Grab a redstone repeater coming outside of that block that has the sticky piston underneath it, put it on 4 ticks. Then you're going to grab 3 more repeaters and you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to put that first one there on 4 ticks, the second one on 3 ticks, and the last one there on 4 ticks. Grab some redstone dust to close that or round that corner there. The last thing you need to do is grab your bees and bring them into this farm here. And that way you can populate this farm with your bees. They'll start to go into the beehives on their own. They will start to gather all the pollen. Now, if you don't have enough bees in there at first, that's what the extra flowers are for. You can use those to breed your bees inside of the greenhouse area, and that way they stay in there and don't wander away. Now, what needs to happen is we actually need to put bottles into this farm. So let's just grab a stack. You can put those in there. This will send those bottles to this back area, which will trigger the distribution system so you can hear it going off. You can see that this is now going up. This is going to make sure that sufficient amount of bottles get put into this chest minecart back there. As you can see, it's loading it up with at least 16 bottles. It's going to give it 18. It's more than what it needs. And that way, that minecart is always going to be full. So every time it goes down that line and back, it's going to be distributing those bottles into those beehives. But what if you don't want to collect honey bottles? Well, that's quite simple. You'll be removing this from there. Make sure that you put your honeycomb there. But don't forget to change out this filter here for honeycomb, just like that. This is no longer going to be useful, so you're going to actually remove that just right there. Remove this here, and you're going to remove this entire item sorter. You don't need this anymore. And when you're doing this, be sure that you're being careful because you do have hoppers right underneath, which will then get fed into this system here. So you may want to maybe place a full block on top here with a lever. That way you can actually power this on, and then all the items will get stuck into that hopper there for you to collect and make sure that the system remains clean. So if we were to go into this here, you can see that it's collected some of the stuff that we've destroyed. You're going to also want to make sure that you collect all of the empty bottles and full bottles from the system too. You don't want any empty bottles in here. You want this to now switch over to shears. So you got to do a little bit of cleanup, but once it's done, it's totally worth it and very easy. So now that it's all been cleaned up, the very easy part is to come over to this distributing chest here, and you can drop in all of your shears into this chest, and that's going to take those shears now to that back system, which will then distribute the shears across all of the dispensers for the beehives. So now every time that the system is activated, it will shear the beehives, causing it to distribute honeycomb instead of honey bottles. So it's a very simple switchover, and it's not a major change to the design, but you can have one of each farm if you like, or you can just switch it over yourself. And now you have a bee farm that can be made to collect either honey bottles or honeycomb. And once you're done, you can actually fill in the ground however you like. You don't need to keep this open like this. You can close it off. Keep in mind that your ground level is going to be at this level here. Just something to keep in mind. But yeah, this is done, and you can decorate it however you like. And remember, you always have access to the back of these droppers here, so you can always put down a bottle, or you can just make sure that no honey bottles get stuck in the back of these, because sometimes it will do that. These dispensers aren't fast enough to fully spit out the honey bottles sometimes, but you really won't encounter that too much. I hope you guys like this tutorial. It is a very sweet farm for collecting honey or honeycomb. And if you get into any sticky situations, let me know in the comments field below. This is a pretty awesome farm for something that I've just kind of started to mess around with myself. You better believe it. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Take care. Have a good one. I'm gonna go buzz off now.